Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. I tell you what guys, I am very excited to be able to show you the four knives that are on the table in front of us right now. These four are brand new prototypes from my good buddy Adrian over at Damn Design. Now some of you probably could see, just tell by the look of them what designer and what company they're from. And exactly, they are from Damn Designs. Adrian has been working on these designs for some time now. He sought counsel with, myself, Peter and Christine, Therapeutic Edge, Women Carry Knives, Marshall, Zach from Zach Stuff, DCS, Carlos, David Blade Banner. I mean, he's been working on these for a while. And he's been bouncing ideas, hey, what about this? Hey, what about that? What should I do here? And that's the one thing about Adrian, man, is he is looking to make sure that when his knives go to production, that they have the best chance of being, widely popular in the knife community. And I think that's absolutely awesome. Now, I know most people do that, but I mean, he sits there, asks questions. Okay, what about this? What about that? And it's just really fun to be able to talk with him, converse with him, see what he's thinking in his process. And it's just been a lot of fun to see these knives progress. Now, I think what I'm going to do, guys, is kind of give you a brief overview of kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm going to give you a look at each of the models. We'll talk, name, all that good stuff. Take a look at them. Then we're going to talk about kind of materials and how he's thinking about releasing the knives, knife steels, handle materials, all that good stuff. Price points. I'll give you an idea of what he's thinking about price points. And after that, there's going to be a poll on the community tab of my channel's homepage. And I would really request, I would appreciate it, and I know Adrian would appreciate it, if you would go over there and kind of let us know, choose which one that you think you like the best. And this will kind of be a starter for Adrian because he's not 100% sure he's going to take all four of these knives to production, at least right now. We'll just put it that way. He's thinking he may only be able to take two of them to production right now. But at the very least, if you guys go over there and, give me a vote in that poll, give Adrian a vote, at least it'll give him an idea, a data point that he can start, okay, everybody likes, this one. Okay, cool. This one hardly got any votes. If I'm only going to take two to production, maybe I should leave that one for later. That type of thing. I would greatly appreciate that, guys. So once you're done with the video, if you would go to the community tab, and you know what? When I'm done, because I've had people actually ask me about that, about the community tab before. Once I'm done talking about these knives, you know what? I'll just throw a little add-on at the end, and I'll show you what I'm talking about when I talk about my channel's homepage. So let's zoom out a little bit, and let's take a look at these guys. Now, these four prototypes are all done in titanium with marble carbon fiber inserts. They're all done in S35 VN steel. And this is one of the material combinations that he's going to offer. We'll definitely talk about that a little bit later on. But I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to work my way down. And we're going to start right here. Now this is his first thumb stud offering. This is his Bowie style blade with thumb stud deployment. First thumb stud knife, very smooth. Now all of these were built by Kubi. And right now Kubi is, as far as I know, is going to handle production of all or two or however many he decides to put to production, as of right now. I really like the Bowie style blade. This is a more of a slender handle. If you'll notice, I mean, they're all right about in that 8-inch length. They've all got about a 4.5 to 4 and 5 inch, 8-inch handle. And that means they're running, you know, right about a 3 1/4-ish blade. So they're all pretty much as far as dimensions go. Now, as you can tell, these are a little bit taller, and there's some slight handle variations. But they're all going to have the milled titanium pocket clip, at least this version. Now, the one thing he's talking about, I know he's tossed this idea around. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do it, but he would like it to be able to just make these carbon fiber inserts just screwed in, not glued in. So you could potentially buy, like, say you buy this model as it is, just how it looks. And then he maybe does a red marbled carbon fiber. You guys know I like that from the Wraith and the Basilisk. Well, instead of buying a whole new knife, you could just buy the insert, you know, to personalize your knife. I think that's an absolutely fantastic idea. And, you know, whatever the price point may be, we'll say, I'm throwing out numbers here, guys, for right now. $100. Instead of buying 2 knives at $100, you can buy 1 knife at $100 and then buy carbon fiber inserts for, let's say, $20. You know, that's one thing that he was really keeping in mind. Not trying to sell you 2 knives, but giving you options on how to dress up the knife that he does sell you. And I think that's really cool. I think that's very cool. But this is the Hades. Bowie style, thumb stud knife, riding on bearings, and just, ooh, there we go. Pretty darn smooth action. Very, very nice. Now, that's one thing I wanted to touch on real quick. The weight. I'm going to put this here, and we'll kind of get a weight on each of them as I put them back. Not bad. Not bad for a weight. As this one sits right here, titanium carbon fiber S35VN, you're looking at 4.7 ounces. We'll kind of compare the weight as we go. Now, the next one is his kind of modified Warncliffe model. This is the Fenrir. You will notice that all of these knives are keeping with his supernatural naming theme that he has on all his knives. He's kept that going. But Fenrir, Fenrir. Very interesting looking knife. Now, just comparing the two that are similar style, you'll notice that the Fenrir has a little bit more blocky or angular handle. Kind of goes with the blade, where the Hades has a little bit more curved handle. Now, the one thing I will tell about you, all of these knives are super comfortable in hand. Guys, I've looked over these knives, and the one thing that I kind of touched on is watching the lip on the carbon fiber. He's going to address that, because some of these, and it's more in these two, in the Hades and in the Fenrir, there's a little bit of lip on the carbon fiber. And I know it is kind of a nitpick, but, you know, flush just makes it look better, makes it feel better. You know, and it makes the consumer feel better about the money they spend. Right? I mean, that just makes sense to me. So I addressed that a bit with him. The other thing I addressed with him is possibly the choil. They all have... These two, they all have the jimping. Yes, they all have the jimping. That's what I thought. They all have the jimping. It's done all right. It's not sharp. It's done fairly well. You have jimping on the frame lock release. Very well done as well. They all have decent access to the frame lock. They all have jimping on the flipper tab, well, with the exception all that have flipper tabs have jimping on the flipper tab, that is pretty good. But the flippers are done well enough on most of them that, you know, jimping, do you need it? Maybe not. But that one is the Fenrir again, guys. Fenrir. The next one we're going to go to is the clip point style, and that one is the Cerberus. Now, as you can tell, this one's a little bit different handle style. This one is more on the handle style of kind of more on the lines of the Wraith and, you know, the Basilisk. And I really like this handle style. I love it on both of those. Not that there's anything wrong with that one at all. It is super comfortable. Again, very, very comfortable knife. Oh my goodness. These knives are so well done. Again, like I said, we addressed the choils. Now on these last two models, the carbon fiber it's pretty flush. It's really done really well, actually. But on the other two models, the Hades and the Fenrir, it was lipped. And, you know, I just told him, you know, it should be more like this. And he totally agreed with me. So that was definitely one thing he was going to address. There's the Damn Designs logo, the X and O with the line. There's the lock side. Again, these are all this style of pocket clip, very, very easy in and out of pocket. There's not a lot of headspace, but it worked. It worked great. No issues whatsoever with the clips. Again, smooth action. Just a little bit of there's the drop, shake, and it's shut. Very, very nice. The clip point Cerberus model. Very nice knife. Excuse me. Oh, I forgot to show you the weight of, let's do the Cerberus real quick. 6 ounces, so it's got some heft to it. But guys, to me, it doesn't carry heavy. I consider 6 ounces a heavy knife, but this one does not carry heavy at all. It doesn't feel overly heavy in hand. And I know some people like that, but I mean, it just fills the hand up well. It doesn't feel heavy in hand. I really, really like that. Let's go back to the Fenrir real quick and see what it's weighing out. 4.7, just like the Hades. Kind of figured, but just wanted to give you a quick look at that, just in case somebody would want to know. And then I saved this one to the last, kinda, because it's probably my favorite, and you guys probably already can tell that by looking at it. I mean, you guys know I'm a drop point guy, but this is the Invictus. A little bit different, slightly different handle style there. Again, this one's a little bit more angular. Excuse me. On the Cerberus, this one more my style, just that flowing, rounded, slightly different carbon fiber insert, you know, slightly different shape. I love that drop point blade. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous blade. Again, super, super comfortable in hand. Now, some of them have a little bit bigger backspacers. Obviously, you know, you can see the Invictus is a little bit more closed, kind of half and half. The Cerberus is pretty open. You've just got that. Both of them do have lanyard holes in them. But yes, sir, the Invictus, that's pretty much the one that catches my eye the most. To be perfectly honest with you, I really kind of like them all. Like I told him, that more angular, not really my style, but it's Adrian. So I like it. You know. The Invictus, really, really nice looking knife. And I'm pretty sure it's right around 6 ounces as well. 5.6, so a little bit less weight, but again, doesn't feel or carry that heavy. And then on these two, there you go. The closed off. That's pretty much about 3/4 on the Fenrir. And then on the Hades, you're only looking at about, again, you know, 1/4-ish on that one. Now, we're going to talk about materials. What he's thinking. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit. You might not see my hands for a little bit, guys. So you can just kind of take a look at them and really kind of decide, you know, which one you like. You know, which style you think you like more. The Hades. And I will have them listed. You know, the Hades is the Bowie. Bowie and thumb stud. The Fenrir is the modified Wharncliffe. The Cerberus is the clip point. And then the Invictus is a drop point. I'll have it identified so you can tell and answer the poll, you know, more accurately. But what he's thinking about releasing 2 models at first. This is kind of what we went over in our discussion. Could change, you know. Don't hold me to this. This is just what we were talking about and kind of what he's thinking right now. He doesn't know how many he's going to be able to take at first, if it's going to be 2, if it's going to be 4, you know. But the first one he's going to put out in a G10 D2 liner lock, and it's going to be right about $50. That's where he wants to keep it. And I think that's pretty darn good for what you get, the size and everything. I think that's pretty well in the ballpark of right on. Then he's thinking about, he shared some pictures of this like Damascus or G10 Damascus that looks really, really interesting. He's looking at pairing that with S35 VN and putting that out at about $100 price point. Again, I think he's right in the ballpark. Yes, it is G10, but it's G10 Damascus, so it's a little bit more involved. And some of those just look pretty wild, actually, but pretty cool in the same point. And then later on, he's thinking about doing the titanium carbon fiber and pairing that with an S35 VN blade, of course, and putting that out at $150. Or you could go with a marbled carbon fiber, kind of like you see in front of you here. And there's going to be a $10 upcharge for that, so you're looking at about $160 for the titanium marbled carbon fiber, and then the S35 VN blade. So that's kind of a look at it. I'll give you a quick look at them again. You've got the Bowie thumb stud deployment on the Hades. You have the Fenrir, which is your modified kind of Wharncliffe flipper. You have the Cerberus clip point flipper and the Invictus, the drop point flipper. All pretty darn cool knives. Guys, if you would, now I am going to leave a link down to the coming soon section of damndesigns.com. You can go there, you can check them out, you can sign up for email notifications. If and when it's available, you might be able to pre-order. I'm not sure exactly how he's going to do that, but I will leave a link down there for you to follow so you can check them out a little bit more on your own. But guys, I do ask you to head over to the homepage of my channel, check out the community tab, and there's going to be a poll there. Please, guys, just drop a vote in there. Tell me, tell Adrian which one you think you like the best. I greatly appreciate it, guys. I once I get done here, I'll give you a quick look at what I'm talking about, the community page, you guys, so some of you can check it out and see what I'm talking about. Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you, Adrian, for allowing me to show these knives. I'll say to the world, but the world might not watch, but the 3,100 some subscribers that I do have, and whoever else might watch it. Thank you so much, Adrian, for giving me the opportunity to do this. It's very, very cool of you, and I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Thank all of you for checking them out with me today. As always, guys, like, subscribe, leave me that comment, check out my poll, and until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.